Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be surrounding two palettes that I just picked up. I got these off of Glambot. If you haven't heard of Glambot, it's a website where they buy and sell like slightly used makeup. They sanitize it and everything, and they offer you like trade value. You can either do cash or store credit if you trade in your stuff. Well, anyway, I recently sent off my first order to them. I ordered two things off their site. Now these two palettes specifically are no longer available. They're the Bobbi Brown Bobbi and Katie palette and the Bobbi Brown Pastel Shadow palette. And the reason I bought them is because you guys know you may know that I don't buy limited edition products usually because I can't use them on my channel. I don't like to use stuff in my tutorials that you guys can't get your hands on. So, but these have like half the shadows in them are Bobbi Brown not limited edition items. And so it's a great way to save some money because like an individual shadow like these, like Bobbi Brown Toast and Blonde that I use all the time, this total is like $46, I think, something like that. $44, $46 for two shadows. I got both of these palettes for $58, and that included like tax and shipping. And I was able to get 16 shadows, an eyeliner, and 2 blushes for $58 instead of like I could get less than 3 eyeshadows of the full-size ones, and I never use up a whole one anyway. So I have had to write down like which ones are limited edition and which ones aren't so that I don't use the ones that are limited edition. But anyway, let's get started. The first thing I did was I applied my Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour hydrating wear foundation in 2.2, and then I filled in my brows. I just used the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette, and I primed my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. So that's where we're at so far. I'm going to do my eyeshadow using Bobbi Brown. I'm going to use the Pot Rouge, which is like her cream blush, which is also good for lips and cheeks. So I'm going to use that for both. This set also came with a Bobbi Brown brown eyeliner, so I'm going to be using that. So first I'm going to use the color Ivory. It's right here. This is the Bobbi Brown Pastels palette, but Ivory is just like a white color. I'm going to apply that from my lid all the way up to my brow bone, including the inner corner of the eye. And the brush I'm using is the e.l.f. blending brush. Just a really good $3 brush for things like this where you just want to get some color down. It's just your basic eyeshadow brush. Okay, so the next color I'm going to lay down is the color Cement, and it's like a grayish brown right next to Ivory. And these are both from the Permanent collection of Bobbi Brown. So I'm taking that same brush and I'm laying down Cement in the crease and slightly above as a transition shade. I'm going to use the color Petal Shimmer Wash, and this is part of the Permanent collection as well, Bobbi Brown's Petal. So it's really just like a light pale pink. I'm going to be using just another shader brush, and I'm going to apply that to the lid. This color that I'm using next is not part of the Permanent collection, but you can use any shadow that's like white and sparkly. I'm just putting this right on the inner corner of the eye. This color is called Star, and it's a sparkle eyeshadow, and it's really just like a white shimmery shadow. So I'll show you right here. And I may end up blending it out anyway. Okay, for the lid shade on top of that baby pink, I'm actually going to be using the color called Pink Chiffon, and it's a shimmer wash. I'm trying to achieve a pinky, it's on the top corner there. I'm trying to achieve a pinky lid, and that first shade was just very white and it didn't do anything, so I'm trying to get the pink there. Alright, then I'm going to use Bobbi Brown's Espresso, which is another Permanent color, as my crease shade. I'm switching to the e.l.f. Crease Brush. And Espresso is right here, it's just a dark brown. And I am painting just a little V here in the outer corner. And notice I'm holding the brush really far away from the head. And this is actually giving me a lighter application. When you choke it up and you hold your brush way close, you end up getting a heavier application because you're applying more pressure. So I tend... Now I'm going to go back into Cement that we used as our transition shade, and I'm going to blend out that crease color. I'm just going to use the Bobbi Brown eyeliner in dark brown eyeliner and line my upper lash line, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face, including my concealer, bronzer, and everything. So I laid down the liner, and now I'm taking a smudger brush, and I am smudging it out back and forth, side to side. Just softening that line. So for the concealer today, I'm going to be mixing the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, Medium Light Neutral, and the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla, because I want a brightening effect, but not too brightening, so that's why I'm using two different ones. So there's the Urban Decay. And then I just take the NARS one, and I kind of just do a little tiny line of the NARS one. It's significantly lighter than the Urban Decay one. Then I'm using the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. I guess today is an e.l.f. kind of day. So that automatically like brightens a lot, but what I'm going to do to brighten it further is I'm going to use the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. Now, I don't particularly like this stuff because it does have glitter in it, but I'm going to give it another shot. The glitter shows up in the pot, but not as much on the skin. So just using a small tapered brush to set that under eye concealer, and this is supposedly a brightening powder, so we shall see. I'm going to go into the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. This is Radiant Bronze Light. And I'm going to use a big fluffy brush. This is a no-name brand brush, and apply that just generally on the outer part of the face, just kind of making the outer edges of my face where I would actually get the natural tan from the sun. Just applying a little bit of bronzer there, making sure to leave this part here blank. So for blush, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge in Raspberry. It's like a really pretty cream blush in the dark pink. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Stipple brush and apply that to the apples of the cheeks. And I barely dabbed my blush brush in there, so we're going to have to see how this blends out. Woo, that is powerful. Wow. I'll be working this out for a little bit. Don't mind me. Be a bit much for some people, but I'll work with it. I'm going to be using this same color on my lips. So I just applied some mascara to the top lashes and a little bit to the lower lashes. I forgot I need to do a highlight. So for that, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders in Incandescent Light. And I'm just going to be using the brush I used for my under eye concealer and apply that right at the top of the cheekbones. I'm sorry, but am I the only one that's annoyed with this highlight on fleek thing? Like, I'm all about highlight. I just think that phrase is annoying. Is it just me? On fleek in general, just annoying. Okay, so I hope you can see I try to pull in the rosy cheeks using a little bit of pink on the eyes. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to set it with a setting spray, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.